everybody, welcome to another Atomfall recording. Right, it's been a while since I've done recording for me, but for you guys, hopefully maybe not quite so much of a gap. So I've done a lot of exploring, a lot of quests and investigations and stuff like that. So, I've done one section in the interchange, literally just where I went into medical. Wow. That was a bit of a fight. It would have been a bit long-winded to have recorded, but it was quite interesting. State of my backpack, my ammo was near enough full, and as you can see, I'm relatively empty now because it was that bad. I might go and trade a few things with Molly. There is an achievement that I might look at getting as well. There's something about eating some food in a certain space of time to get an achievement. But anyway, I'm going to head to Molly, see if there's anything worth trading. If not, we'll head into the place where the army is, and I want to have an investigation into the church.
Hello again.
whilst I could do with the shotgun ammo, I kind of feel like I'm not getting that great of a deal. That's the annoying thing, if that makes sense.
Common as muck, those.
Oh, she doesn't like that. Okay. Arrows? Come on. Ooh. Okay, I'll do that. Arrows for shotgun shells. Okay.
Oh, you got yourself a bargain, ain't ya? You need anything, Molly'll be here.
Okay, into the village of Wyndham. See how we get on. I want to go to the church as well, because we snitched on them to the soldiers, didn't we, a while back. Just want to see what reception I get. And I've got some canisters to give to that guy with the strange blue eyes that's under the church.
Attention! Wyndham Village is under the authority...
One more civvy gives me cheek and I
The
stop them
substation
back.
is now off limits to all citizens and enlisted men. Protocol officer, if you require access for a legitimate reason.
Oh, you may also be able to notice that I'm running for a considerably longer length of time than I was before, which is I've upgraded my stamina perk, which, as you can see, enables me to run quite some time and keep my heart rate down. As you can see here, it's really good. Much better.
An actual murder. About time something instant happened around here.
I feel like I'm a detective in an Agatha Christie. Toe the line, you.
Interesting. Okay. Nobody particularly wants to talk to me. Okay. I can't pick up the truncheon. I've just picked up that bread. But apparently if I have English tea, bread, no, English tea, I think is it Cornish pasty, and a piece of cake, and eat them all three in about 30 seconds, I get some sort of bonus, or, well, enhancement.
Let's have no trouble, right?
I know I've been here, but I'm just wondering if there's anything I can pick up. Nail bomb recipe. Oh, how come these are here? Did I not go in here? Why did I not pick them up? Okay. Right. Well, I'm going to take a heal because I am low on health, and it's going to give me room for that.
Time is of the essence. With any luck, Sample 1 will still be hidden away in the medical facility. You found the sample? But this is wonderful! For the first time in years, there's hope. A true, viable hope. Do. I'm going to make it into a weapon. This alien muck has vulnerabilities, but taking advantage of them is difficult. My plan is to contaminate this sample to render it toxic, and then reintroduce it to the main growth. Now I need to get to work on this sample. But I can see you're curious, and you've earned some answers, should you want them. Is there anything that you want to know?
I like the idea that he plans to contaminate it and then he re-inject it into the growth to kill it off. That's a good option. I like that. If that's what he actually planned to do, unless it's fibbing to me. But if it is, that's a good one.
It's an official secret, for all the weight that carries now. Oberon is the code name for the meteorite they found buried here. It was uncovered just after the war, during the evacuation of new slate mine workings. That discovery was the reason they built this whole circus here. I dearly wish it had remained undisturbed. The rock itself contained remarkable minerals, instrumental in the creation of the atomic batteries, and all the other marvels you've no doubt already encountered. But they drilled too deep into Oberon. And, at its core, discovered organic matter. That was Sample 1. A team of biologists, myself included, were assigned to analyze it. But the Oberon investigative team drilled too deep. There was some sort of violent and highly energetic feedback that collapsed part of the plant and triggered the quarantine. That was in 1957. It is abominable. Plainly extraterrestrial, voracious and implacable. At first, the top brass was excited by the potential it showed. In small doses, it seemed to accelerate our ability to learn to a remarkable degree. Your mind expanded. As if you had a connection to lost knowledge that you had somehow forgotten and were simply rediscovering it. But then, some of us started to change. We barely had time to start coming to terms with it. The explosion at the Oberon site came just days later. The quarantine was declared, and they trapped us in the lab. They left us for dead. Our own colleagues. You mean, why am I still trapped in the medical section? We didn't know it at the time, but there was a breach towards the back of the lab. Thanks to my experimental inoculation, I was able to resist the infection, to keep my own personality and intellect intact. I escaped through the tunnels under the lab. The only place I could think of to hide was there. When it seemed there was more to this growth than the BARD top brass wanted to admit, some of my colleagues and I decided to set up a very unofficial lab. This is it. It was hard work carting all this gear undetected, but we managed it. The vicar agreed to let us use the crypt for storage years ago, before the disaster. We made a small donation. To the church, you understand. And he didn't ask any questions after that. Now, I need to get to work on turning this sample active but toxic. A biological time bomb, if you will.
Interesting. Let's try helpful for now.
In the meantime, there's something else you may be able to help me with. In return, I can assure you a route out of here. That's the deal. Sometimes, at night, I go up to the church tower and listen to the sentries chatting down below. I've heard some chatter that suggests my old colleague Dr. Garrow came back into the zone. The soldiers locked her up in their prison on Scathermore. Seems she's upset their captain. She's neither use nor ornament trapped there. Can you get her out? I very much need to see her. It's vitally important. She and I worked on the Oberon project. Garrow's a cyberneticist. That's the science of control, if you're unfamiliar with the term. She was over on the technological end of things, leading the development of the robots. A very brilliant woman, and obsessively devoted to her work above all else. When the quarantine was declared, well, she got out, and we didn't. I never thought I'd have the chance to see her again. But it seems she couldn't leave well enough alone and just had to come back. It's vital I see her about something before we can leave. Hurry! Find her if you can. It's very important. Bring me news about Dr. Garrow as soon as you can. Hurry!
Okay, interesting. He seems to think Dr. Garrow's a relatively good person. Now, I've heard other people comment saying that she's not quite so good. And I've also heard a couple of recordings where she's not quite so good. But then again, I've also heard, again, like I say, okay stuff. So this is an interesting person that we have to go and see inside the prison, which is already part of my plan to go do at some point. I just want to head up here to make sure that I've cleared everything within the church, because this could be one of the few last times that we come here. Now there are bats up here, but I think I collected everything, so I'm not too worried about that. So let's head out and get doing some selling. I've just had a quick look for the achievement what I was on about earlier, and you have to have tea, Cornish pasty and a slice of cake within 30 seconds of each other. Okay, so other than selling, I could eat that bread. I've got the tea, so I need a Cornish pasty and a slice of cake.
Let me see you.
Welcome back, friend.
Okay, so he's got no ammo, so it's probably not going to be worth coming to see this guy again. And his place is pretty much empty as well, so I'm not sure it's going to be worth me heading into there at all for the rest of the playthrough.
Citizens of Wyndham, volunteers...
Addressing civilian! Stand back, citizen!
Now this lady will obviously sell me pie and cake. I don't really want to trade if I can help it. I do with kind of finding them out in the world, really. Okay, so there's nothing here. I have heard from somebody that inside the village hall, where the soldier, the captain is a good place to find what we need.
This is a defense announcement. The substation is now off limits to all citizens and enlisted.
One more civvy gives me cheek and I'll top the bastard. Orders be blowed.
Okay, so we've got the cake and tea. I need a Cornish pasty now. Where is one? Thing is, I've probably flipping scoffed half of them.
One more civvy gives me cheek and I'll top the bastard. Orders be blowed.
Has the captain got anything to talk to me about?
You have free passage to our prison. Get what you can out of the good doctor, and we can see about making some progress here.
Oh yeah, forgotten. He wants me to interrogate the doctor.
Tastes like sheep dip. Better than
See what I can get out of her. Have no room for a first aid kit. Oh, that's a bit of a bum. I'll have the rifle ammo though, that's for sure. Pistol ammo, thank you. Ooh, June's lockbox. Oh, okay, what's that? Orders focus on sales to mention they took everything important to the village hall. Protocol documents chest requires protocol documents chest. Okay. Okay, right. I need a pasty.
one more civvy gives me cheek and I'll top the bastard.
Pasty. I search for pasties.
that your village is one of the few remaining bastions of normality within the zone. Keep it that way. Be normal.
A bit of democracy wouldn't go amiss. Thought that was what we fought the war for.
I don't know why the locals act like that. We're protecting them, the bloody ungrateful swine.
Oh yes, up here there's supposed to be a another what they call Easter eggs, you know, a tribute to something to do with the UK. And look what we have here: Green Man Inn, Nag's Head, Queen Vic, Woolpack, Rover's Return, and the Grand Hotel. So all the pubs from TV shows and that sort of stuff. One's for Only Fools and Horses, obviously EastEnders, Emmerdale, blah blah blah. Pardon me, Cora, etc. etc. Very cool.
Keep your nose clean.
Do as you're told, right? Not even food convoys coming in. Just more soldiers, like we need anymore.
One more civvy gives me cheek and I'll... Bastard. Orders be blowed.
Ah, Cornish pasty. Right, inventory. Let's have a look. So I need cake. What can I drop? Let's drop one of these. And grab that. Now, I don't know if anything will come up on screen. It's supposed to, but I've not seen anything come up on screen. So I've got to eat these three within 30 seconds. I didn't see anything, to be honest. Don't tell me I have to eat them in a particular order. Let me have a look. Let me have a quick read.
One more civvy gives me cheek and I'll top the bastard. Orders be
Okay,
blowed.
it doesn't say. It doesn't say. So I will have to look that up on my thing. They're supposed to pop up. Can't even speak. Pop up on screen when you do it, but I haven't. I haven't seen anything like that as yet. I'm supposed to have some sort of overlay that pops it up, but I haven't seen anything. But we'll carry on. I'll tick that as something done. Yes, I think I've been in the secret tunnel. It was the stuff, creatures. I think I've done an exploration of there already. So, what is next? I really need some ammo, to be honest. There's Bootsy. I can go and see Bootsy, couldn't I? He's a good one. He's that soldier in the other place. But there's no other traders here, I don't think, now. And none of these are selling ammo. Was that guy sweeping up the soldier and knocking him over? That's funny. Great, Brill. Right, let's move on.
Citizens of Wyndham, any attempt to interfere with the proper functioning of protocol patrol robots will be viewed as an act of sedition. Always beware the saboteur.
The achievements. Live, I can look it up, can't I? Let me have a look. Trying to see where my games are. Let me have a look. Oh, achievements, 14 of 36. Let's have a look. Oh, high tea, yes it is showing. Consume Cornish pasty, English tea and slice of cake in 30 seconds. Unlocked 8th of April at 7:32. There you go, there's the time and date stamp as when this has been recorded too. So, yeah. Achievement unlocked. It's supposed to be quite a rare one, apparently. Very few percentage of people have got it. Always nice to get that little extra. Right, Bootsy for ammo. Don't know what I've got much to trade for him though. I've just realised I left that flipping document on the floor, didn't I? Oh well, never mind.
Had a chain custom.
Oh, Bootsy, this isn't how it's supposed to be. You've got no ammo, man. This is not how it's really supposed to be. I think I already know that. Firearms mastery, yeah. But I don't know if it would trigger anything, you see. And he's got nothing else of use to me. So I'm going to have to move on. Sorry, Bootsy.
See you around, chum.
Who else is trading? Who else was trading here? Nora's barn, she was. So let's head to there. this is also the area where Dr. Garrow is in the prison over in the main camp, which I have had a nosy around actually. It's quite interesting. So since we're over here, we could kind of start that, although I haven't got much ammo, but I would hope that I would be able to collect a fair chunk of ammo while I'm in there. We've cleared this place out, I think. I'm sure I've picked some of these up before, you know. But that looks to be all that's here. Oh, just as also info, the Russian guy that we found in the cellar of that building, that we got his radio parts for a while back, when I went into the interchange to do that, he was dead in the interchange, and the lady in there that we sort of made contact with that wants us to do the radio towers, she'd gone and shot him because he'd come in there ranting and raving at her or something, and she turned around and shot him. So, whoops, I didn't mean to do that. So, he's kind of dead now. So he's not going to be our way out. I'm kind of stuck here. So yeah, he isn't going to be our way out, unfortunately. Pardon me. However, on his body, where's the trap for that? I think it's that. However, on his body was a key, and I believe there's a box over there that belonged to him, if you recall. That I love that. That belonged to him. So we also need to go and unlock that, which might be good since we're already over here. Now then, where's Nora? She's over here somewhere.
Back again.
And she's not got any either. What's going on? I'm not impressed with this. Nobody's got any ammo. Okay. Has she got anything really worth trading? Radiation resistance. No, I think I know that one.
What's your back out there?
Let's have a look. Consumables. Radiation resistance. There we go. So yeah, don't need that either. Okay, so let's go and get that guy's locked box. I think that would be a good option. And it was somewhere where we saw Compo and Cleggy, wasn't it? And I think it was over in this direction.
this nice and slow.
Oh, I'm surrounded by blooming outlaws. I've only got 2 Molotovs. Molotov at the ready.
Busted! Oh, there's loads of blood. You'll die here!
Okay, I think they took out the birds too, which is a particular bonus. Kick. Yes.
I'm taking a shot!
Oh, they got a cheap shot on me there. Never mind. Right, since the birds have been gotten rid of, hopefully, I'll have a bit of a nosy in this little section. Because this is kind of where the birds are. There's a few things over here that we have yet to explore, actually. Now we come to mention it. Oh, look at that, you see? The brain cells are still there. Okay, so let's have a look what we got. Okay, interesting. Interesting indeed. Okay, right, now then, there's a bit of a workshop or something here, isn't there? So, I'm thinking what is that pigeon doing? It's like floating midair. Thinking I might save here, maybe start another recording, because we need to explore all down over there, which we haven't done yet. So, catch you guys on the next one, I think. Goodbye.